Through my mother, Clara Ray, I became a member of Promised Land Church. I thought it was a warm church. The people here, they were very warm, and they were very nice. And so I wanted to be with my mom, going to church. Matter of fact, we were baptized at Promised Land Church. When we were little, we had to come to church.
Correct.
Yes, and I always wanted to come with her. And so I just thought it was a loving church, a warm church. And so we've been here, we're still here, because we loved it just that much.
Through the same process with my grandmother, Elizabeth Lee, and my mother, Clara Ray. I remember even back in the day where we used to, we did get baptized at Promised Land, sitting on what we would call that morning bench.
Morning bench?
Morning
Right.
bench,
Mhm.
yes. Well, for me, the early days of Promised Land as a young man was kind of exciting with Reverend Callahan back in the days at 224 Reno out in North Memphis. It was more or less, we was, since our parents, Clara Ray, she was a part of the church. We was just one family trying to get a chance to just to come to a faith-based church.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we thought this was a family-oriented church, so that's why we decided to stay at Promised Land. It was a family-oriented church, so that they could have some kind of foundation. They were brought up, even with my husband, they were brought up in church. Even at Promised Land, started from Promised Land, and like I said, we went to another church, but we came back to Promised Land. Promised Land had always been our home church, and I always wanted my children to be with me at Promised Land, because I love that church. I love the people. The atmosphere here is wonderful.
And for me, it's all about having your children well-grounded, well-rounded too. I mean, to understand that there is a higher power.
For me, that influenced me were, of course, the pastor. The pastor influenced me, Pastor Shelton and his family, the Callicutts, the Garners, the Colemans, and Sister Lawrence. They influenced me because they showed the kindness of their heart, to people. How nice they were, loving people.